Hello everyone, welcome back to Planet Coaster, and welcome back to Nemesis, of course, the one-to-one recreation within Planet Coaster, basically. Today we are moving on from the, I think it's the north side, to the south side, which is where the queue line is, and we're going to be doing all the terrain work of completing the queue line, basically. Well, not completing it, but completing the pathing of the queue line, let's just say that. So that's what we're doing today, starting off then with these queue line fences, the ones that basically block you from getting into the ride area. I mean, that is the job they do. I think a couple years ago now, whilst I was going around the queue line fences, I actually saw someone try to climb these, and they didn't actually get over them, which is, you know, good because they're doing their job. But they were met in the station by security, and they got escorted out the park, and it was like 10 minutes to closing, and I was laughing my head off because they'd just been idiots and they deserve to be escorted out by security, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, so using these queue line pole things from the Thememaker's Toolkit, once again, I actually love these pieces, to be completely honest. They are really useful when it comes to some things. I don't know how, but they just are, because I think they're basically a longer version of the candle pieces, and without that really annoying Planet Coaster watermark on those candle pieces as well. So it becomes very convenient to use these pieces half the time. So yes, we're just doing this part of the queue line. Basically, in real life, this part of the queue line does have like stairs in it. That's they're not really a lot of stairs, but just a few stairs that go down. In Planet Coaster, it's having to go down a decline. Is it decline? Yeah, decline. Basically, because you can't do that in Planet Coaster. If I wanted to do that, I would have to have the path above the terrain, and it would look horrible, basically. So yeah, unfortunately we can't do that in Planet Coaster, so it's just gonna have to be like a smooth ramp down there. So yeah, so you're just doing a queue line on the other side, once again using these pre-made fence pieces I have for the entire recreation. And I only just realised this, to be completely honest. The poles that I've used are the lamppost pieces, and a couple hours after filming this, I literally realised those poles go through the terrain and they stick out in the tunnel sections of Nemesis, which we can't have because you don't want the riders being hit by the lamppost now, do you? So yeah, gonna have to replace those, which is gonna be annoying because I don't know how many of them there are in the recreation now. There is a lot. Oh my god, I don't know why I didn't think that through, but oh well, we'll get to that part when we get to that part, basically. Let's just not worry about it now. Anyway, starting the... What am I actually doing here? Sometimes I just forget what I do. Ah yes, there we go, the terrain. So starting the terrain, a massive hillside, which actually has the extended queue line go up there, but the extended queue line, well, that extended queue line hasn't been used in years and years now. I think it hasn't really been used since Nemesis first opened back in 1994, really, and it's a shame because I've watched a few videos from people who've been allowed to go up there, because of course you can't just go up there on your own. It's, you know, it's not really well maintained because they don't use it anymore, but you get some really nice views of the vertical loop and the zero-G roll. It's a shame you can't go up there anymore because the views that I saw in that video were really good, and I would love to go up there and actually see it, but oh well, you can't get up there anymore. But yeah, doing this cliff face, really, this cliff face is very weird in real life, if you ask me. It's like a smooth sort of like a slate sort of cliff, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very smooth, and of course you can't do that in Planet Coaster like many other things, which is very annoying. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, just the camera zoomed out. Yeah, and this is something I actually realised about Nemesis whilst doing this terrain, is how much terrain it actually has. Because of course the way they did it, they just got dynamite and just blew up a hole in the ground. And the nerds of Alton Towers would of course know that those rocks, the debris or whatever that was caused by the explosions of the dynamite, are still used throughout the park. I believe the Congo River Rapids they use the rocks of the Congo River Rapids. Not sure where else those rocks are used, but if you see like a man-placed rock, does that make sense? A rock placed by a person, let's just say that. If you see a rock placed by a person in the park, it is most likely from Nemesis's pit, because that's where the vast majority of the rocks have come from. It's very interesting now, I must say. It is very, very interesting that they use rocks, you know, from back when they, what's the word? Back when they cleared the pit for Nemesis. So yeah, now doing this, doing all the little, whatever you call it, little pond that's underneath the vertical loop. It's a shame you can't colour the water in Planet Coaster, because I would definitely be doing the Blood River right now. There's not really a way to do the Blood River that actually looks good. So yeah, we're not doing the Blood River basically. Just getting these pre-made rock formation pieces to do this cobblestone sort of wall thing. Yeah, in real life it's a cobblestone wall that has a waterfall, yeah, that's the word, a waterfall running down it. Unfortunately, you can't do that in Planet Coaster because there's no like cobblestone pieces, and the only cobblestone piece is the spooky wall one, and that's, no, we're not using that. So yeah, we are having to do just these normal typical rocks for it, but I mean, they still look good, to be honest. Well, in my opinion, they still look good. But yeah, so just placing these around, la-di-da-di-da, copy and pasting them, and I think I might go back and, what's the word, go back and remove these, or remove some of them, because a lot of them are underground in the terrain and you don't see them, so there's unnecessary pieces there which increases the piece count, and I do want to try and keep the piece count to a minimum. Unfortunately, I can't keep it down all the way because, you know, details over piece counts basically. But yeah, I am trying to keep the piece count down a bit, so, you know, people can actually play it, because a lot of people have said that with Wicker Man it has 60,000 pieces and some people can't run it because of that, unfortunately. But yeah, just doing this waterfall now, once again, just using the, what's it called, the fire hydrant, yeah, the fire hydrant pieces. See, I don't really know fire hydrant, because we don't have those in the UK. Yeah, do we have fire hydrants? Trying to think, I've never seen one. We probably do have them, but only in major cities, and they probably look really different. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, we don't have fire hydrants in the UK anyway. So yeah, just doing the waterfall, bloody blah, come on, get on with it. But yeah, from the waterfall, just cleaning up the terrain a little, putting some paint over it. I say paint, it's not really paint, I mean painting with the sandy rock sort of thing. And now from that terrain we move over to the lift hill area, which has been incomplete for a while now, even though I started the lift hill ages ago. We're finally doing all those trees and everything, and this is my favourite part of Nemesis, really. Not the fact that it's in the pits, but the fact that it's like all in the trees and everything when it goes up the lift hill. And especially when you go down the first drop, your legs get really, really close to the tree. So it's like, instead of a head chopper element, it's a leg chopper element. I mean, of course they didn't design it like that, they didn't intend that, because like, how would you intend for a design like that? But it comes very close to your legs. The trees down the first drop do come very, very close. And I think, yeah, one time when I rode Nemesis, I think it was a nettle. Actually no, now I think about it, it was probably a bee. Yeah, I think my leg hit a bee once. At the time I thought it was a nettle because Nemesis gets really close to the trees. But yeah, I think it probably was a bee because it was stinging a lot. It actually might have been a wasp, not a bee. I don't know. If it was a bee, then I'm sorry. But if it was a wasp, then I don't care because wasps are stupid. Anyway, yeah, just doing these pre-made tree pieces. Really handy to do this, to be honest, because honestly, to individually place down trees in a variation sort of way, it's very, very time consuming and annoying. And so when I've just got these pre-made tree pieces, it's just easy. And I don't know what is happening to my speech today, honestly. The trees that N7 made on the workshop are really, really good, and I do use them a lot in Lake Willis as well. Not just this, but Lake Willis. And so yeah, so go and get N7's tree pack on the workshop, because there's some really, really good custom-made trees in there. And yeah, just cleaning it up a bit, placing down the final few trees. It's coming up to the end of the video now. Yeah, I know it's been a short one, but the next video will be out in a couple of days, where I'm going to be doing the interior of the station, so do stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.